like about Shaden Raymond, he's a pretty young guy. He was just back from the trial matches for the West Indies under 19 team for the scene over the last. He seems to have been working quite hard because I've seen some improvement in his bowling. He was a member of the national under 17 team a couple of years ago, that just before the COVID pandemic stepped in.
Yes, Ryan, he's back, and this one is swung away behind square. Raymond is there. That's a good stop, tell you what. The ball hit the turf and spun away from him, and he had to reach away to his right, made the stop very well. And also we can add to that fine batting and the improvements in his bowling. He has some good hands there as a fielder.
Good anticipation down in the deep. That's the sort of bounce you don't really like as a fieldsman. When it bounces, it spins away from you, but he anticipated quite well, and he made a good one-handed stop.
It can make you look very foolish in that position. Also a backward point. The second bounce usually does you in, but I don't think that's ever happened to you around here. Nobody makes you look foolish. And this one he's tucked away on the onside. Didn't get a hold of it. He'll only get one, Evan Lewis. And Evan Lewis, one of the outstanding players in this competition, 52 of 17 now.
Brilliant sunshine now here at the Garena Cricket Academy. We had a pretty dull start in terms of the weather. So it's pretty gloomy, but it's well bathed in sunshine now.
Well, it hasn't been dull on the cricket field, and certainly it's not gloomy if you are Steel Pan Strikers supporter, because that is another boundary and one off the dangerous Sunil Narain. And it is Alexander now getting to the party here. 11 off 7. He's been no slouch himself. But just look at Evan Lewis's figures over the competition. 65 in his last game against the Soca Kings. 23, 54 of 17 deliveries before that. 29 of 12. And 20. Very young, doesn't he? Just Marvin at age 35. And that's one more to the total. 83 for 1.
Ryan being roughly treated as well. So no respite here for any of the bowlers. Evan Lewis and now Alexander, they're really hitting the ball around here at the Garena Academy.
That was hit, and maybe Sunil Narain just holding that one a little bit. Threw the shot a bit early, Evan Lewis, and hitting it straight down the throat of the long-on fielder. And he's out for 53.
Well, that would be some relief for the Soca Kings, because with the score on 83 and we're just in the 5th over, they would really feel happy to see the back of Evan Lewis here. It was a pretty simple catch in the end. Sunil Narain making the breakthrough and getting rid of the dangerous Evan Lewis, who has been scoring very heavily. 53 of just 19 deliveries, and he's really put his team in a very strong position to go way past the 150 here.
Vikash Mohan is the new batsman, and identify the fielder for you. Is it Shakil Duncan who is out there? Just coming to you, you have a long time to think about it, and you also have time to think about if you drop it, what's going to happen. Is Narain? Oh, is that? Oh, what a catch and slap! Great captaincy from Sunil Narain. Jason Mohammed does the C celebration. He's a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. And tell you what, Ronaldo would have been proud of that. And that is a wonderful catch at first slip.
Quite spectacular reflex catch there by Jason Mohammed. Magnificent. It was just slightly short of a length and deliberately stayed wide of the man at first slip. But I thought that Jason Mohammed anticipated really, really well and very quickly down to his right. A low catch, that ball was traveling and he came up with it one-handed. That's a beauty really. And Sunil Narain, a double strike here after the Soca Kings were really put to the sword by Evan Lewis. Narain striking twice. He now has 2 for 16 of 2 overs. Here it is on the replay. Look at that. That is a beauty, really. It really came off the bat quickly. Great anticipation by Jason Mohammed, and what a beautiful catch.
Oh, that certainly was. And that's key to it, of course, anticipation. And, you know, at first, if you're at second slip, you look at the edge of the bat here. But so he tracks the ball all the way out of the hands of Sunil Narain. And as a batsman himself, it does help you also if you can figure out what Narain is doing. So you can see where the ball's going to be spinning and the chances of getting that catch.
Well, not only that, Vidya, when you're at that slip, especially for a spin, and the batsman gets on his back foot, usually you're on the defensive, you are pretty up, and you're looking for the ball really coming off quickly. So it's a very difficult catch when the batsman is on the back foot and he steers it deliberately wide of slip, only to see that the man at slip came up with a beauty.
Yeah, and he loved the celebration too.
Well, he knew it. He knew that he took a beauty.
Yeah, he certainly did. And here is the new bowler on. And it's Keegan Simmons here to bowl. Simmons with number 32 on his back. Yeah, Keegan Simmons. And another one of the Simmons clan. And you've seen a lot of the Simmons clan over the years. And another outstanding talent from that family.
Yes, former West Indies under-19 product, Keegan Simmons. And,
high into the air, there's a fielder coming around. It's Sunil Narayan. He has the hands up and he takes the catch. Narayan is a much improved fielder and shows it there, catching that one. And another wicket goes down. It's 83. Make that 84 for 4. And now all of a sudden 3 wickets have fallen very quickly here. And Narayan, great credit to Narayan, coming back in to face the music, taking the wicket of everybody who's faced the ball. And credit also to putting here. You can't keep Narayan out of the game. You can't keep Narayan out of the game.
Well, we look at it here again. He really went after that on the offside, but I thought he wasn't really balanced there. His weight was more to the onside and in the outer half of the bat, and only balloon in the air for Narayan to take a simple catch. So 3 wickets falling in 4 deliveries. This has really rocked the steel pan strikers. I'm being told here by Ronnie Vikram that it's 3 wickets and 3 deliveries.
Base of 3 deliveries here. 3 legal deliveries, let me just correct that. And Keegan Simmons has taken a wicket here already. So, great start here from Simmons. And Narayan is going to get some props here for his captaincy. We haven't seen too many slip fielders in the competition. He's decided to go for one and picks a wicket up with it. There's a... So, Imran Khan now facing up to Simmons. So all of a sudden, compared to 10 minutes ago, totally different complexion on the game.
Well, they're still in a pretty good position, 85 in just we are in the 6th over, but they've lost 3 quick wickets in 4 deliveries. So a great fight back here from the Soca Kings. Of course, they are the leading team in the tournament. They have had 4 victories in 5 matches. This is going to be there to score. Adrian is just on 1, so you should be going in a full-out attack here. He's got a slip, the only man in a close catching position. There are 3 men on the...
Stroked that beautifully through extra cover for a boundary. Didn't look like he had a lot onto it, but it accelerated through the gap. And Raymond could not catch up with that one, 91 for 4.
It's surprising that Sunil Narayan didn't make a better effort to that ball at short extra cover. Thought that it was within diving reach, but he rarely dives in the game field.
Unless there's a swimming pool, he will dive, but not on the cricket field. Down the leg side, and that was not far away from the leg stump. That's why it's not a wide, and he stepped across, stepped off towards his off stump, and just missing the leg stump there.
That's a pretty good decision by the umpire. Usually when a ball goes down the leg side, everyone believes that it's supposed to be called a wide, but when the batsman takes himself out of reach of the ball, how could you give him the wide?
Full toss, and that's going to be one more for Khan here. And that is going to be the end of a successful over for Keegan Simmons, taking a very important wicket there, getting the wicket of Alexander, who's looked dangerous in this competition. So at the end of 6 overs, 92 for 4. And Anil, just a bit of change here for this. Anil, changing their combinations. Usually it would be Ali to open the innings. They now put DL up there with Lewis. Alexander, who's been a revelation, has come in at 3. Mohan has also moved up, and Ali has moved from taking the first ball down to position 5. Imran Khan has also been promoted. I see that Ansel Neri is scheduled to come in next. Kirsten Kalik taking this ball down to position 5. Peter seems to have lost his identity in the season. He's been moved up and down the order for the Steel Pan Strike.
Well, with the T10, every game there will be a lot of changes because it's such a compact tournament. Just 10 overs and your strategy would have to keep changing ever so often. I thought that with Evan Lewis and Mardial opening two left-handers, I thought it was a ploy really to try to offset Sunil Narayan and Ravi Paul in the beginning. But Evan Lewis really did take them apart, even though Mardial didn't last very long. Lewis really had put the bowlers to the sword. That's one of the things with the small boundaries video. Very rare you are seeing the twos and the threes are completely out of the equation here. I thought one of the reasons for that is tournament. I would have been in favour of the boundaries remaining normal. It would have created quite a lot more opportunities for both the bowlers and the batsmen. The bowlers are really at a huge disadvantage with such close boundaries. I mean, even if you look at the close side here on the east, that boundary couldn't be more than about 50 meters.
Well, this to the right is absolutely ridiculous. Everything, even forward defense shots.
Of course, I didn't want to use the word ridiculous, but that's what it is really. I think it's not allowing the spin bowlers to bowl as they really want to bowl. They're not fighting and looping and spinning the ball. They're all afraid of being hit for sixes, so they're not really honing their skills properly in the small boundaries. And I think that can be fixed. Just send the boundary back out normal. The bowlers will be able to develop their skill, be able to flight and spin. You're not missing a lot here because just a single on the onside, a full shot there from Adrian Ali brings them a single. Yes, I thought that with the normal size boundaries video, it would really enable the spinners to really try and ply their trade as they really want to and develop their skill.
I agree, and a lot of the purists of the game would agree with that in terms of allowing them to ply their trade. We haven't seen too many flighted deliveries in this competition. I'm sure you can count it on one hand, the number we have.
All you've seen really are darts, flat, quick, wide of stump, just back of a length. And if you really looked at the recently concluded T20 International between the West Indies and India, you saw the Indian spinners really came into their own because of the big normal boundaries. If you looked at Chahal and Bishnoi, they were really flighting and spinning and looping the ball. They were bowling googlies, leg breaks, and really the full repertoire they gave you, and they were successful with it as well.
Can will get another single here. Jason Mohammed is not one to loop the ball at all. He has a reputation of having a bit of a golden arm. And he has bowled the 7th over, and off that 7th over, he's kept it down and make it to just 4 runs. So it's been a good over here from Jason Mohammed.
I thought that catch that he took at slip really was a beauty and really something to look at. That certainly has to be the play of the day.
It certainly has to be at this point. The average score here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy ground in this competition is 113. The average first innings score is 125. Yesterday we saw a team win defending 92 runs. Before that, the lowest score defended in the competition was 132 for 4. So even small targets can be defended in this format if you bowl in a disciplined fashion.
Well, I was looking at the first half of that match, and when the Blue Devils got out for 90, I left to go and play some soccer because I thought that they were going to lose quite easily, only to come back home and hear that they had won. Well, I was kind of pleased because Isaiah was on that team.
Isaiah Raja, son of Anil Raja here, getting 25 of 13 deliveries. I'm sure that the change in approach, I'm sure you've had something to do with that. Maybe you can tell us more. There you go. There's Rampal back on the attack. Full delivery. That should be 2 here. Narayan is after it. He's not the fastest across the ground. So the Narayan, they pick up 2. But he does have a powerful arm. Well, maybe not on that occasion, but score has moved up to 98 for 4.
I didn't have a lot to tell Isaiah about T10 cricket video because I myself can use some coaching in that format.
You certainly could. Yes, it is all the rage now, the T10 cricket. Hit that powerfully. There's a fielder out there. Should only be one. And Imran Khan, who started his career as a batsman, switched to leg spin on the advice from Brian Lara. Does possess a lot of attacking instincts. Not sure what the players of your day would have made of this T10.
Well, I can't recall we ever played at conventional hardball that amount of overs.
Tries to flick this one away. Trying to ram shot there, Adrian Ali, and it's only going to get one. Is that leg buys or did he get the bat onto it? In fact, the umpire says it's bat.
Well, we didn't even play a lot of T20 as well with you. I recall when we played the Broadway limited overs, which was the main limited overs cricket locally. We used to play 30 overs.
That's right, bat one day and the other team bat the next day. 100 for 4, the 100 up here in 7.3 overs. And Rampal is back on the attack. Very expensive first over. Again going for that ram shot. There are areas that can score without doing anything like that. We haven't seen too much success for those kind of shots.
That was well over by Rampal. I don't know if you saw that Imran Khan was looking to paddle sweep that and he bowled it wide of off stump and Imran.
1 to 14. Ali is on 3, 104 for 4. Can they get to 125 here, Ali Raja?
Well, when they started the innings, we thought that we were going to reach close to 200 the way Evan Lewis was going, but things have changed dramatically with the fall of 3 wickets in as many deliveries. So they've really checked the scoring rate and they've really pulled it back quite nicely. 104 and in the 8th over.
He's going to pick up one here, Narayan doing the fielding again. Yeah, it certainly did look like it was going to be 200. It looked like nuts already shelled, but you can't say that in this T10 game. 8 overs in the books, 105 for 4.
That previous delivery from Ravi Rampal in that over that went for 4, beating the man at mid-off. I was wondering why he was in a couple of yards from the outer circle. I mean, once you're feeling on the circle in these T20, you've got to stay on the line. You give yourself a better chance of trying to stop that boundary.
Yeah, we've seen that in this competition. Sometimes the fielders start, their position is just outside of the 30-meter circle, and they just amble in. So when the ball is delivered, just inside. There'll be any penalty runs at it. The umpire is just having a quick talk here. I think Shazan Babo is involved in that. He's quite a fiery character, isn't he, Shazan Babo?
Yeah, he's very feisty on the field. Very experienced and a good hitter of the cricket ball. Surprised to see him coming back to play in this T10. I don't know if he's been active for quite a while because we haven't had the local cricket as well in almost 2 years, and we didn't hear a lot about many of the players. Barbo himself is not really a spring chicken. So I'm a bit surprised that he came back for this T10, but I know that he can hit the ball a mile.
Shazan Babo is now 44 years old, 12 first-class matches, 12 list A matches, and 5 T20s in his career. And he's hit some of the most exciting innings in Trinidad and Tobago cricket. He's hit them a long way.
Very experienced as well with the ball, but you would not have seen that this morning.
Khan has hit that. Oh, he's hit the non-striker there. Adrian Ali could not get out of the way. And they are literal.